Hey y'all, and welcome to another episode of Flying Sparks Garage. We're in our shop and we love this place, man. It's like home sweet home. And this is our 57 Chevy. If you watched the last episode, we did front suspension and brakes, and we're having a blast with this car. If this is your first episode to watch, we pulled our big block out of our cabin cruiser and we tossed it in the rolling chassis of this car. Got it running. It's a great engine, and we've done some body work on it. No, we've just stripped the old paint off. We've got body work to come. But in this episode, we're going to be working on the rear suspension. We've got a Currie 9-inch setup. We've got a Helix 4-link system to install. And we've got disc brakes and awesome coilovers from QA1. I don't know how much in this episode we're going to achieve, but we're going to kick that off and get started on that job, right?
That's right. Yeah, we don't really know what we're doing with this. I've not done a 4-link aside from Garfield the truck, but there's lots of good measurements there, and we have a way of figuring things out. So it should be fun and exciting. And if there's a moment that the camera's on me and I've just got a blank face and I look angry, I'm probably just thinking. So just bear with me. We'll get this figured out.
Probably a little bit angry too.
Maybe.
Okay, less words, more work.
That's all right. So today's goal is to get this installed in this chassis. We have the old rear end in here that's junk. There's no point in welding a bunch of stuff to it because I don't want it. So we got this Currie 9-inch. This one's been shortened a little bit so we can get some fat tires under it. Now I think the first thing we're going to do is pull this old rear end out and leave the leaf springs in place, because I went to the hardware store and picked up these little saddles, and we're just going to put these on here, get it in there, and get it centered side to side. And that should give us the approximate place that we want this rear end to be without, just building it completely from scrap, because obviously the car's not on here, so I can't see to make it centered in the wheel well. So the factory position is probably going to be the best as far as front to back. And then we'll deal with all the different things we need to deal with, the angle of it and all that. But I think first, let's get this thing on the jack stand, get the tires off, get the rear end out, and then we'll just start going from there. Some jack stands.
Big Block said, hey.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, looks like we need to move those front jack stands.
I'm kind of thinking so. Like in front of the motor.
Yeah, I think I'll sit on the back while you do that.
That's hilarious.
Put you guys up here because we obviously need both people. It's doing front wheelies.
Yeah.
Let's get those front jack stands on the front frame horns.
Agreed.
So obviously we have 4 nuts to take off U-bolts. We have 2 emergency brake cables, and then this little brake hose right here, we'll just chop it off. We can pull it out and start using these leaf springs as a mock-up for the other one. Yeah, good plan with that stuff. Ooh, those are tight. Yeah, we're not doing that. Get the torch. We're cutting them off. That's too much work. Hey, and if you're new to the channel, yes, I was using a torque wrench to take very tight bolts out. But this is the great nut. That's what we use it for. I got this at Walmart probably 20 years ago, and I've not trusted it for probably 19 and a half of those. So I just use it as a big ratchet. I really like it.
The smile.
Yeah, it's fun.
I want to cut some stuff up.
Oh, you're gonna get two.
I feel like I'm gonna want to be like Ray Ripple and like build things.
Yeah.
Like do flowers and stuff and things.
Yeah.
She's incredible with a plasma cutter.
She is.
Oh my gosh.
Cool.
Heck yeah. You little badass. You. Pick it up from here.
Yep. It's hard on the old back.
Heck yes.
Whoa.
Freaking little shock.
Don't hurt my car.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Might as well slide this one in.
I want to high-five you.
Oh.
This is awesome to see. Look at all the possibilities.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, you want to already? Like, how? Where? We don't have anything to rest it on, right?
We'll rest on leaf springs.
It'll reach.
Sure.
It will. Have to.
Cool. Now we'll get our little plates under there and we can move it around as we wish.
I think it has to switch.
Oh, we got it upside down?
Nope. This is it.
I see the vent tube over there.
Currie right here. Beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
vent tube's right there. Perfect.
Yeah, you're definitely not going to run a big tire with these leaf springs. That shortened axle is right up against them. Sweet.
You gonna be gone.
Yep. I'm going to spin this rear end over because I want to start setting the brackets on here so that we kind of know what we're working with. I'm looking at the instructions here from the Summit website. Looks like our main bar brackets are 30.5 inches apart from the center. And then our triangulated brackets are 36 3/4, so they'll be a little bit further out from that. So, but I want to see how they actually sit on here, see if everything's smooth, if we've got to cope anything. So I will need
The main two?
the main two, yes.
That's these, right?
Mm-hmm. And which way do they go? Probably like that. I'm having to imagine the rear end being the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's like that. So get the tape measure at 15 1/4 on that top bolt. That's where they measure it from. So Emily, you can slide that bracket where it's right at the end of the tape measure. A little bit more. Yep. Right, I slid. It was my fault. Okay. Got it.
Do you want a Sharpie?
No,
Just still playing.
I'm just trying to get an idea of what's even going on. It's approximately where those are going to be. I don't think that is the right bracket because it looks different on here. Let's see what else we got over there. How about those kind of angled ones? The short. Yeah, I think these are the ones. Pretty sure that's them. They may have redesigned them since they put this picture together.
I think this is them. They just, it's like angled like this on the thing. So like,
Oh, well, that
Yeah.
means they go that way. Yep, makes sense.
like it's, you're seeing the top side of it. Like it's really hard having the housing facing a different
Oh,
direction.
got
than
it.
the-
Yes.
the things,
yeah.
but-
So I had it right to begin with. You're right.
Yeah, you were right
Yep.
when we first started. Because it's the
I'm just looking at the
pictures.
back side of it.
Exactly. It's
Yep.
like hard to
Mm-hmm.
decipher. Sorry, I moved this
All right.
measurement. But
Pretty easy. Okay. That next one needs to be 30.
it's pretty close to it.
Needs to be 18 5/8. So slide it over to that. Oh, those are real close. That seems funky to me, but what the instructions say?
Then these 4 little tabs go here.
And the gap between them.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Yeah. The gap between them is supposed to be 5/8. a little bit more than 5/8, but that tells us we're doing it right.
Well, it is a new day. In fact, it's a new week. Last you guys saw us was Friday, and we thought that we would work throughout the weekend on this here 4-link opportunity. I was going to call it a situation. It feels more like a situation, but it is an opportunity for learning. We did not work on it all weekend. Instead, we decided to work on the yard because being gone and stuff was getting grown up and crazy. So we got Ralph the tractor out and did some awesome yard work. And we're back today. It's Monday, and we are looking at this stuff and really gonna make ourselves make progress. We're intimidated by all the geometry and mounting of these brackets for the 4-link with the new rear end setup, trying to get it all as it should be and proper. And, you know, a large element of what we do is filming it and putting it out there on the internet for people to judge us. It's hard because we want to get everything really right. And sometimes it's kind of impossible to feel like we can do that. So you guys, the experts can tell us what we did wrong. The people that are learning can maybe learn along with us. And hopefully we get this done soon. We're ready to see these parts welded on, paint them, get them all in place, and start moving on to the rest of the car. Let's go check in with Aaron.
You still my telephone up there?
He can't talk this morning. His telephone. I think this is what he wants. Telephone.
Yeah. All right. It wants the pinion angle down 2 degrees from vertical. And in the diagram, it looks like we measure between these 2 bolts. So we have 3.5 inches. And that'll give us our center. That's a place to start from. So half of 3.5 is what? 1 3/4. So 1 3/4 should be the center of this axle tube. I'm probably supposed to have more precision tools in this, but I don't. So that would be right there. That would be the center of it. Okay. That's roughly center of axle, and it pretty well looks center. So I'll go mark the other side and then we'll think some more. Again, we've got 3.5. Half of that would be 1 3/4. Now I know this doesn't have to be perfect because it's a triangulated 4-link system. So there is some adjustment if I get my angle just a little bit off or something, but I would rather start with it being as close as it possibly can. Although we don't run out of adjustment. So that's approximately center line. It appears that it's not perfect with this, but I'm guessing that's just my eyeballs. I'm not real good at eyeballing stuff, so. Let's test our theory. So theory is, of course we're doing this upside down so we can see it, but if we want the front to go down, we'll move this 2 degrees forward to where the center of the housing is. Okay, that's approximately 0.4, but this is real touchy. We take this to there, because this is coming forward, it's pushing the housing down. Keep in mind we're going to rotate this 180. So in theory, that's 2 degrees down. So if we get these centered, we have measurements of where to put them as far as where they go on the tube, and we set that at 2 degrees, that should have our rear end set up where we need it to be. Now this other bracket that actually the 4-link goes to, I don't have a way to put an angle finder on it, so Emily suggested we get this one tacked in place and then run a straight edge across it so that they match, and I think that's a good idea. So
That's this one.
yeah. Let me see that. So you can see here, they're not going to be close together. I think it's 5/8 it's going to be between them. But yeah, if we make these even, we'll know they're on a similar angle. And of course, we're just tacking this stuff to kind of give us something to go by and look at and measure and then grind off and re-weld and all that. But that's what we're thinking right now. I can't figure out any other way to get our angle right. So we'll measure side to side from center of here to where these go. We'll make a mark, and then we can start fidgeting with the angle that they need to be at. It'll be easier with our marks here, you know, so we're not fooling with side to side. That's the plan right now. That's everything I know about, nothing I know about. So.
Wish us luck.
Okay, our side-to-side measurements are going to be 30.5 to the outside of this bracket. And they want it to be on the inside of this top bolt for this side. So this needs to be half of 30 is 15, half of a half is a quarter. So we need a 15.25 to the outside. So 15, that's about it right there. I'm gonna make a mark so we're not fighting side to side anymore. And we'll do the other one. This is gonna be 15.25 from this side.
Other side of the bolt.
Yeah. No, it's still the same side.
Same side.
Look at that play in the tape measure. That's so frustrating. And they're all like that. Man, I almost put that in the right place accidentally. Okay, that's 15.25. Unless I did something wrong, this should be exactly 30.5 to the outside edge of these. Try not to move it. We're at 30.5/8, so that's a matter of just my eyeballs not working correctly. You need to slide them both in an 1/8. You slide them in both 1/16, sorry. But yeah, that's about right. And then this guy says we need 36.75. I gotta do more math on that. My brain's not doing it instantly. So after I melted my brain for a minute, it's got to be 18 3/8 between these two. So that's to the outside of them. So that one needs to come over a little bit, right about there. They sure seem close together, but they look close together in this picture as well. So in theory, that's where the brackets go. We just have to get the angle right. And I think we have a solution for that by using that angle finder, making sure this is zeroed, and then aiming these back 2 degrees, aiming these forward 2 degrees, which will angle the top. Keep in mind it's upside down 2 degrees. Seems legit to me. We have plenty of adjustment on the arms that are coming forward, the 4-link. So I think it's all gonna work out, even if we get these brackets slightly off. As long as they're good side to side, that's the most important thing. Just gonna double check. Outside of the outside, 30.5, we're dead on. Inside of the bolt, I went back and changed these. I had measured to the outside of the bracket. It's gotta be the inside of the bolt on the coilover mounts. We need to be 36.75 inside to inside. That's exactly where we are.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So theory is, if we get our angle correct, it's ready to tack these on. I don't know, it's just weld, we can grind it off. But I say we start melting stuff together.
I like that idea.
Grab me some gloves.
This is the first time I've put these Lincoln gloves on. They are so nice inside. They have like a really thin, soft fabric lining. And really freaking nice. Gonna get me a tan today. Cold shoulder. And I'm gonna do our little tacks. I was just telling Aaron, I feel like it would be good to put it right to the inside, because on the very far corner of these brackets, there's no point of contact in the metal. So, do you agree?
It doesn't really matter where
like
it is.
right there, there's no point of contact
Yeah, right. So
with the
just come in a
housing.
little
So
bit.
like come right up here.
Yeah, the thing that I'm most interested in is making it to where we can take them off.
Yes.
So we're doing these first. Like we marked it because they keep doing that.
Oh, we're doing the outside ones first?
Yeah, because we have to line it up with this. This is our angle.
Yes, because those have the flat end on them.
Okay, the axle is zeroed. Now, this goes on these marks, with this clamped on the top. Okay, if we want the nose to go down, we rotate this way.
I want that angling down 2 degrees, right?
Yes, right exactly there.
And it's not exactly on your...
I like
it's the
it.
outside one? Okay. I'm going to get this bit off.
Yep.
The ground all the way over there is good?
Yep, perfect. Look at that.
Dude.
So on this side, I give her a little bit more juice than that.
Okay. Yeah, I was just trying to go really light.
Yep, you did good. We're at exactly 2 degrees though.
That is so exciting.
It's not bad for me having my eyes closed.
I love it.
Sweet, chop chop. We got more to do.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I may not have your settings right.
Seems a little hot. I don't know. It's like kind of melty.
Okay, let me flip her down just a little bit. It sounded to me like you were quite a ways away from the metal.
Could have been. Yeah, I want to get this front one just a little.
Try it there.
Okay. It's kind of funny with this tip. It's hard to get the little valley.
Yeah.
Was too deep in there, and the tip was keeping it from. But I think, I mean, it's tacked on.
Okay.
It's not beautiful tacks, but they're
Let's
effective.
move to the other side. Ooh, joystick, easy.
Hmm?
I was talking to the joystick. It was getting a little bit happy. So those are our marks.
Here.
That's leaning back 5 degrees.
Do we need to check our center again on this?
That's 0. It wouldn't hurt to verify it. Yes, we're exactly 0. Dang close.
Oh, that was it too when you put it down the other way.
Should be holding it up here. Put it on our marks. We're up there. That setting looks better.
Yeah.
Go down to the tube. That's not connected, it's just on my bracket. Now, that'll hold it.
Just on this side, you want to go a little bit more?
That one just doesn't seem like it's holding anything.
You were trying to say angle it downward?
Yeah.
I'm going like this, and you want it to go like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to push down into it.
Okay. And I was angling like that because I like to see the tip. Like I like to see the bead.
Yeah.
But.
Oops, I slid it.
Okay. Well, they're tacked on there, dude.
So like the smallest movement changes it.
Ah.
Oh.
Beautiful.
And then it changes to 1.9. All right. Grab the folks and we'll show them where we're
Grab
at.
the folks.
Those right there. Those people.
Gosh. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, y'all.
There we go. 1.9. It was at 2.0 whenever we welded it, but so we take this over here. Perfect. This one. Perfect. So this is 0. That's 2 degrees.
Pumpkin zeroed,
Yep.
and then each of those brackets are at 2 degrees. So we can take our other measurements on the inside brackets. And then we'll be able to make sure they're at the right degree.
That's dead on 30 and a half between them. 15 and a quarter, exactly 15 1/4. I think they're real close. Without any way to put a tape measure on it, I think we're just going to adjust any inconsistencies out, but it's pretty doggone close.
I think so too.
All right, my glove on. Try to be smart.
Aaron adjusted the welder settings a little bit too, so he thinks it's going to be smoother now.
Should be like butter.
Ooh. Yeah, that's much better than last time.
Cool. Yes, give them a little tacky on
Think so?
somewhere it's easy to get to over on the corner. Yeah, because that's the part that's actually going to hold the rear end up once we get it in there. Oh boy, that is going to be
that really
way
affects
on
the
down there.
yeah ground clearance.
But this rear end's coming way up.
Yeah, these springs are drooped as much as they could possibly be right now.
But I guess, I mean, the tires are only so big.
Well, and
so.
look, like the way that it doesn't go that much further down in the bottom of the diff.
Well, it's true. Okay.
Yeah, we're just a breeze away from 2 degrees.
Yeah, I mean, you can't
Just
be a dust bunny under it changing it.
yeah, but it's so good.
It was 2 for a second, then it went 2.1.
All right, got the first brackets tacked in place. All right, now we're getting the front cross member situated where it belongs. Here's our diagram of how the frame kind of swoops down and where everything goes in correlation to that. Alrighty, Aaron has got the cross member where he wants it. All of his measurements look beautiful.
Yep, we're setting this 1 inch back from the body mount and 5/8 down. And that's where they want it. So we're gonna burn a little bit in here. That right there. Got it angled up, which means that's in the way.
Brake line bracket.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Update the people, my love, because this has been illuminating. I got the
we put these lap bars in to see just if we're even in the ballpark. And when I set the rear end, the differential at 2 degrees, negative 2 degrees, our bars really aren't long enough. So we're looking here, and I brought this back 1 inch from the body mount.
From the edge of the bracket.
From the edge of the bracket right here. And I think they intended for me to go up against this. And if I measure off of this versus this, it puts me a 1/2 inch back that way, which is going to put these bars exactly where I need them. So that was a little bit frustrating. So I decided to go see what UPS brought me because that's an exciting part of my day. And these were in the mill. Like somehow Lincoln knew I was going to be grinding, I guess. So, so I got a new shield and I'm going to grind these welds off.
I'm glad to see you using gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
I'm really loud in here.
You can hear your voice really nicely,
Yes.
huh?
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
That is now where it wants to be. Now let's see what those bars say.
Ooh.
All right, now we got plenty of threads over here. So when we weld those, we'll have adjustment. Yep, and that is 2 degrees down. So
Looks
now
beautiful.
I think that's how it's meant to be. Cool.
I think so too.
So next step is I'm gonna have Emily get the plasma cutter and zip off these brackets. The emergency brake brackets, we don't need those. And this one for the brake line. So get those out of the way, grind the frame, and then I'll be able to start mocking up these triangulated bars. Yeah.
Sweet. So we were thinking about where the differential was sitting because the leaf springs were all the way drooped down. And we thought, let's put the housing on jack stands. And we like this so much better. The adjustment on our bars are fantastic. And it makes a lot more sense this way because when it's all the way drooped down, you're going to have them have to happen much longer. So yeah, this is feeling better, right?
Yeah, this is a lot better. Yeah, I was thinking that the bars were too short, but it's just because the rear end is way down. Yeah.
Yeah, that's mo better. We still haven't removed these brackets. We just started looking at the bars and trying to figure out exactly how this cross member was supposed to be mounted because we still didn't like the bars. So this is making a lot more sense. So now we can get our minds onto the next phase because we like this better.
Mm-hmm.
So like getting your housing at ride height instead of with your suspension all the way hanging.
Yeah, it gives me a better picture of what's going on.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of measuring that has to happen, but
And this possibly isn't like actual ride height. It's just
right,
closer.
It's just a guess. And we still got to determine if this is centered in the wheel well of the car, which I guess I will determine by measuring middle of the body support, just to make sure we're in the ballpark. Being a 4-link, it's all adjustable. Okay.
I like it. Oh my gosh, that is so fun. Oh, I'm in love. That is magical. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. So we're gonna wrap for today. It really feels like this is mocked up and everything's in place where it needs to be. Most everything. We still have a few brackets to mount, but tomorrow we are gonna be smarter and wear pants and boots. Tomorrow we're gonna be more prepared to weld more and grind more. Those brackets that I just blew off with the plasma cutter, that was so fun and cool. And I'm gonna get more precise with it because they're kind of rigid and we're gonna have to grind those off tomorrow. But oh my gosh, that was awesome. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
12 gauge.
Press to select.
Yep. Okay. That's about what we're burning is 12 gauge, approximately. And it does all the other settings by itself. It does the wire feed and the voltage, everything it adjusts by itself, which is pretty cool. Mind getting my helmet?
I'd love to.
Thank you. Okay, so this measurement 3 1/4 to the corner of that, exactly where we are. This one's 4 1/2. Just kind of what the picture looks like. It doesn't give me a clear point on here where to measure to. It just has it like, it shows it going through about right there, which looks accurate. And then this line, the top edge follows this line, which is where we have it. So I have no reason to believe that that's not the right spot. So I'll mark the other side, get it tacked in, and then we'll mock up those arms and get the backs welded too. Yeah. All right, that's 3 1/4 right to the edge. That's what they want. And 4 1/2, but it's not clearly defined what you're measuring. You just have to eyeball where it runs through the bracket. Looks about right. Following the contour of the body line. I can't think of any reason why, if I get this slightly off, that it's going to affect the suspension, because these are adjustable. So being that we're really close to what it shows in this picture, I'm going to say that's good, and I'm going to start mocking up these guys because we have to weld onto the axle housing here, the other tabs. So I've been over our measurements time and time again, and I finally got brave enough to cut these. So let's see how we did. All right. I like that angle there. I'll do this. That one looks good. There. All right.
That's awesome, babe.
So I'm trying to figure this side out. I had this bracket in an inch further, which is where they recommended. So it's going to be 7 7/16 from here to the edge, which is where this one is. This one lined up perfect. This side over here is not lining up, even though I moved it about a 1/2 inch further this way. You can see our angle's funky on it. This is a ball joint, so it's allowed to move some, but that's just too much. I don't know what to really do about that.
My thought was with this bracket to bring it out a little bit to where it angled a little more inward to give it a nicer angle, but Aaron said that could potentially create a weak point, so I don't know.
Yeah, we really want it flush with the frame. This gap here is because I cut the pipe not perfectly straight. So we're really just looking at this. But I can't move that bracket out anymore. The axle's perfectly centered from inside of frame to inside of frame to the bearing flanges. Differential is exactly 2 degrees down in the front. It's just that's not lining up and looking right. Will it run like that? Absolutely. But why? That's what's troubling me. I just don't know why it's funky.
It makes me think that our frame is just a little bit like bent this way. It would just take a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
for it to not have the perfect angle.
Our measurement from the front body mount to the bottom of this bracket is perfect on both sides. Exactly what they call for.
Mm-hmm.
This angle is perfect and this angle is perfect. So everything's installed correctly. It just kicks over, and we have an aftermarket differential housing. So is it different from the stock one? I don't see how that would make a real big difference because this is center line right here. So those brackets had meat to mount on both sides, so that it shouldn't matter what kind of rear ends differential housing's in there. Where are we at?
1.6.
Oh, it's close enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Put a little tack on that. And then we'll start test fitting our struts. Coilovers, not struts. Now, I'm not happy with this bar. I tacked it anyways. Because that's a ball joint, I know it's gonna run like that and be fine, but I still want an answer. So I'm gonna have to make some phone calls, figure out what the heck I'm doing wrong. But for now, we're making progress. All this other stuff, I believe, can be welded in. Once we get these coilovers test fit, I think it's time to turn Emily loose with the welder. I'm gonna go lay in my hammock that I just stretched up a couple days ago, right over there. You know better than that. I'll be running that camera. All right.
Great job, Aaron.
Coilovers.
I know that takes so much brain power, and I was just kind of trying to give you space to.
Well, it does take a lot of brain power, and the unfortunate thing is I don't have much. So I'm just trying to do the best I can, but to me that looks like a race car.
It looks really cool, actually. Once it's all like welded in and painted.
Mm-hmm. And that welder is just, well, you're gonna find out. It's pretty freaking amazing. It's hard not to just make beads on stuff whenever you're at this point.
I can't wait.
It's so gratifying to just melt it in there and have a machine that works well. All right, let's find our coilovers and get them assembled.
Okay. Okay, y'all. Our coilovers are in place. We've got them in the four link for the first time, and it looks so cool. It looks pretty legit. It looks like race car stuff.
Well, it kind of is. Yep.
It's pretty wild. These are just like the fronts that we have double adjustable, 2 inches of ride height adjustment available to us, and really nice QA1 made in USA units. We're excited about them. We've never run QA1 stuff before, and
No, we haven't.
we're pretty stoked on it. We do power tour with those guys every year, and they're so kind.
Yep.
They're true gearheads, which we love.
Yeah, and it's good looking stuff too.
Oh man, it sure is.
Looks like it's well built.
It's gorgeous. We'd love to visit their facility sometime. But yeah, these are going to be pulled back out for us to start welding. Aaron's got some braces that he's getting ready to pop in.
Yeah,
and see how he likes the welder setup right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna weld this bar in and then add these little trusses to the back of it. Just to give it a little more strength. It came with these, so we're gonna use them. Certainly can't hurt
They
anything.
look good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do a little bit of that, test out the welder, make sure everything's going the way I think it should, and then I'll turn it over to Emily and let her just burn all this stuff in it because she really likes welding.
I do.
And I think she's better at it than me, so that's a positive as well. I should probably put on a jacket so I don't burn my arms up.
Yeah. Probably should.
A little bit of a rebel, but I'm gonna be good.
My junk's a little bit wonky. Now that'll do it. Artichokes, artichokes. I'm going under. Yeah, that welder's sick. Okay, first little welds.
Sounds like it's burning right.
Feels good.
Nice.
Okay, do you see any areas I missed?
It looks pretty good to me.
I mean, I didn't get the underside of the bars. I think
Yeah.
we should do those on the table when we take it all apart to paint it.
Yeah, that'll be a lot easier.
Because I was trying and it wasn't the best,
Yeah.
trying to get up underneath. I mean, I am proud of, yes, 70% of these welds. Some of them are in such tight places I couldn't get like where I really felt good about them. But overall, I freaking love that welder.
Yeah, it works
And
really good.
everything just like, I don't know. I love it.
Yep.
Going in like sections to make sure that we don't get the housing too hot, that was like a little annoying because I wanted to just like really get into the flow of the bead and then I had to move. But it's all good. Those will all be wire brushed down and look pretty, right?
Yeah, the challenge, if we hadn't talked about it already, is if you weld too much in one area, you could warp that axle housing. And so then you'll have seals that leak and bearings that wear out. So we just did little stitch welds and then moved to the other side of the axle, did another stitch, and then just bounce back and forth to keep everything super cool. So that is never going to be as pretty as just laying a straight bead, but you know, pretty doesn't really matter. That's not what's important.
As long as it's strong.
Yep, and these welds are well penetrated.
Y'all, we have a 4-link.
Yeah.
As you guys know, we're going to be just pushing out these episodes. We're not going to wait until it's all painted and everything's all installed perfectly to get you guys content out. So we're going to wrap it here. We're going to go to Summit and get brakes.
Yep.
We're going to get some rear disc brakes for it now that we know what rear end setup we have. And then the next episode will be on to brakes and the center section.
Yeah.
Installing the coilovers.
Yep.
Doing a final paint over touch up on the frame. We've got paint to go inside the frame.
Yep.
So lots more to look forward to. And we just love and appreciate y'all. We love getting progress done. So it feels
Absolutely.
good. Yes. Well, we'll see y'all on the next episode.
But wait.
Oh.
We got merch for sale. I don't know if we told you guys that recently. I don't think we have. We keep forgetting.
We're pretty bad at the whole merch thing.
We got cool shirts and hats and
We do.
keychains and
We do.
stickers and stuff like that. And when you buy that, it helps us out a lot. It allows us to buy parts and get things going, pay Adrian, pay Kaylee, who you probably don't know, but she manages everything and keeps us running.
Yeah.
So yeah, it helps us out. It's a big deal.
You guys watching the videos is one portion of our revenue, but there's so many expenses to running this business, and we really appreciate all the ways that y'all support us. So lots to be grateful for.
That's right.
Good remembering.
Yeah.
And we'll get more shirts together. We have an awesome shirt company that wants to do like a shirt for the kids truck and like less words, more work. We just need to make those happen. So we love y'all so much. Now we'll see you on the next episode.
We'll see you next time.
Yeah.